Hi guys, what's going on? This is True Seeker. I've arrived again to your other side of the screen. Hello, how are you today? I wanted to come on because, you know, it's not like we have our channel, True Seeker Nation or anything like that. It's not like we are, or not like we aren't exposing any kind of big, hard to hear truths. And guys, man, you know, down the research train, it's been a lot of good information to come across and a lot of things learned, Continuing to further elevate the mind is only going to go against, not only is it going to help yourself, but it's going to go against this Babylonian system they got set up. You know what I mean? And the thing is that the problem is these people, and when I say these people, I mean that these various groups or various individuals that you know Samael works through to cause chaos. Okay, the problem is that these people, it seems like they want to keep us held down at every kind of turn. Uh, I've upon my research, I've come across the quote. Um, they want a nation of workers, not thinkers. Okay, guys. So, what do you think you're gonna run into when you start asking those hard questions? You know, because the hard questions are the ones that we need to be asking. You know, because remember at the ending of my last video, the truth doesn't mind being questioned. Okay. And if you seek answers, ye shall find. Okay. And the thing is that, there's also another very important message too, that these people just need to realize and get through their head is that do thy prophets no harm. Okay, guys? Now, do thy prophets no harm. Okay, basically means, and now again, if you're not really familiar with that, let's dive into that a little bit. Okay, all too often we see people that talk about God, or or who are advocating for our Heavenly Father. They're immediately looked on and immediately have that vibe of, oh, this guy's crazy, cast it onto them. Okay, and if you follow what I said with that, why do you think that is? Okay, let's ask ourselves this: do you think that Samael wants us to know that there's a God? No. Okay, because he's running around in this fantasy land acting like he's God and everything. And guys, here's the thing. If we start asking these hard questions and start delving into certain things and just looking to further ourselves from the knowledge that we've been fed to by the Masonic schools that are in place for a reason, okay? First of all that garbage, and now I'm not saying all of it's false, because you definitely learn some basic things in those schools, but I'm gonna tell you guys something. A lot of that history and all that shit that you hearing from, from when you were a kindergartner. A lot of that history shit is just to make the Masons look good. Okay, it's all about that polishing up an engine and making it look good, but then in the inner workings, it's an infection and it's garbage. Okay, it's all about painting that illusion of, oh, I'm it looks okay, you know. Same with the I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Same with the vaccines, you know. And I'm not coming at nobody that personally had got it. You know what I mean? God bless you. You know, I'm not perpetuating any kind of hatred. Okay, I'm just bringing forth the message, and you can choose to take heed. Okay. So with this vaccine, I mean, they talk about how it's advocated or advertised, oh, it's safe and all this other kind of stuff. But check it out, man. Why do you have doctors on here talking about that this is the biggest medical scandal in history? Okay? Why do you have doctors that come out and say that? Watch some of the stuff that I posted on my Facebook. I posted videos of the guy, and in that particular video, he wasn't saying anything. He was reacting to a video that was, the guy was on stage reading some of the data that is recovered. And if you have an open mind and you look at all the facts and information within that, and you can piece it together, you'll start to see, why are they saying that this is safe? Okay? Why are they saying that it's safe? Okay, I'm not like a super duper, medical expert or anything, but you know what I do? And check it out. It's the same reason one of the red flags I had with these flat earthers, okay, is that when you discover that some of these guys have never even sat foot in a plane, okay, trying to tell guys that have been flying planes for 25 plus years how a fucking plane works, okay, that's one of the red flags that you need to be asking yourself if you come across any of these flat earthers when they try to argue how planes work, and when you discover their credentials, they never even fucking operated a plane. And trying to argue with somebody that has spent 25 years flying all over the world how a plane works and what shape of the earth is. Okay, so let's transfer that, and let's say, ask these questions. I'm not a medical expert, guys, but guess what? Let's dive into some people who have that knowledge. Let's dive into some of the people that have the medical knowledge and look at the data that these medical professionals are bringing forth. You know what I mean? As much as I say they want the controllers of this world, not everybody is out there to lie and deceive, okay? There are some good-hearted individuals that are all about the truth, okay? They're not about that lying bullshit. And when you see some of these medical doctors out there that are coming with the truth and setting all this data in front of you and talking about how this is the biggest medical scam in history, okay, I had came across something the other day, and this is going to be random, but this is on a lower scale, okay, but the same thing I'm trying to put in perspective for you guys, okay? Overwatch 2, okay, there's a recent Overwatch 2 Sigma patch, okay? I see a lot of these guys putting in their thumbnails and their titles, worst Overwatch patch in history, alright? Now, one thing that I've come across, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you see something that has worst and in history in the same title, that's where some eyes need to be on, and that is where questions need to start being asked, especially when you got all, and I'm just putting this into perspective for you guys, okay? Especially when you got all these pro players talking about how they can fix the game, and then the same developers have been sitting on their ass for months and months, not seeing any progress, okay? So, transfer what I just said, and that's the lower scale. Now transfer that to a global scale, okay, with this medical scandal going on. Worst medical scandal in history. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, a father has to step in, because It's absolutely ridiculous, okay? Um, the same reason why I talked about some of the behavior going on with some of the aliens that are already here on this planet, okay? It's stuff that is being shined on and people need to take a second look at and take a deeper dive into. Let's take another example. Let's look at, if you guys aren't familiar who DJ Academics is, okay? Now, if you guys have been following the pity or the the pity story, P Diddy story, the P Diddy story, okay? You guys know that. You guys know what's going on with that, okay? You know, you got homies out here still trying to make apology videos when it's clear as day them running in towels and shit, beating on people, okay? Now, guys, you already seen what's going on with that, and you see the squirming. I like to call it scramble-splaining. You know what I mean? When you caught in the act, let's say you get up on stage and oh shit, the light didn't got shine on you. Everybody eating popcorn and you don't got no clothes on. It's like, oh fuck. Hey, everybody sees it, and it's almost like, imagine them on stage and everybody just, watching with their popcorn, and, dude's over there naked and he's over here trying to scramble explain why he's on that stage naked. Okay. Doesn't matter what explanation is going to be. It's going to be, you already know the answer. It doesn't matter the explanation or answer. It's still going to be the outcome. You're still going to be laughed at. Okay. Because you've been exposed. Okay. Now, where I was going with the DJ Academic stuff, follow that shit too, because you know what I'm saying? You guys are starting to see these big figures in this Hollywood pedophile industry, okay, that get on the stage and act like they're good people, okay, but they're not, all right? And, you guys may be on the he's crazy train, but I'm gonna just nudge you guys over to the spark that brain and start researching train instead of the he's crazy train, man. Because I'm gonna tell you something: the biggest weapon these Masons have is the no ways. The people that got the mindset of there's no way that could be possible, because that's what they're counting on. Okay? They're counting on the fact that this is just too big and too deep, and I'm just going to proceed on with my day, guys. And that may sound really deep and in detail, but what I'm saying, guys, is look at the little things that you can do every day. I mean, if you play Overwatch, look at that. What's going on with that? Why are these pro players literally telling them how to fix the game and nothing is happening? Okay? And it's situations like that that's on a grand global scale that people don't know about. Henceforth, the biggest medical scam in history. Okay? It's not just with fucking Overwatch. Okay? It's with all these big companies. You're starting to see this shit getting exposed. Okay? Another thing you guys take note of. All right? I'm kind of hopping all over. Let's get back to the academic stuff real quick, because I want to highlight that. So guys, here's another thing you should be asking, okay? Look at the lawsuit that's going on with academics right now. There's a young lady who was, raped and beaten, abused, okay? And then she's being lied on, okay? Now, look, just do some, if you do 5 minutes worth of research in Google and look at some of the reactions that you're getting out of DJ Academics, okay? You got my man over there scramble-splaining so fucking hard, dude. And what I mean by scramble-splaining is the same shit that I just described to you with Diddy, okay? Now, here's why I can tell you to look at it from that perspective. Guys, watch Jamar's video. The guy did a video on academics and what's going on with the lawsuit. There's a couple things that I extrapolated from that video, okay? One of the highlights of that video, the academics says out of his own mouth, that was created by Heavenly Father, okay? All right, out of his own mouth, he says that he was told by his $1 billion lawyer. He was told by his $1 billion lawyers, okay, to not talk. All right. Now, guys, let me ask you, if you guys got something going on and your $1 billion lawyers told you not to talk, let's see, are you going to talk? No, because you don't have anything to worry about. You're going to follow the instructions because you didn't do anything wrong, right? Now, let's rewind, okay? So, the guy says that there's, the lawyers, the guy says the lawyers tell him not to talk, okay? But the guy proceeds to talk, okay? Now, the whole thing is scramble splaining, okay, but you could still extrapolate some things from the scramble splaining. And if you guys watched the live stream when he was trying to scramble splain his way out of being naked on the stage, okay, one of the key things that you'll take note of is if act goes down, all of you are coming down with me. All right. Now, let me ask you something, ladies and gentlemen, grasshoppers. Okay. Now, you analyze that. Now, how in the hell does words come out of his mouth such as my $1 billion lawyers told me not to talk? Okay. They told my boy not to talk. Okay. But then by the end of the hour live stream, you hear the homie coming with words like, if act goes down, all of you are coming down with me. Now, wait. Now, in the same hour scramble splain live stream, okay, he says there's no crime. Oh, he says it himself. Okay, he says there's no crime, there's innocent. The police told him he's all good. All right. hey, I'm just telling what he said. Okay, what he said. This is what he said out of his own mouth. Go look on the live stream. He says his lawyers tell him not to talk. All right. But by the end of the live stream, my boy's over here talking about all of you are coming down with me. Okay, now let's analyze that. All right, let's analyze that. Now, you may be thinking, what the hell is he talking about? If act goes down, all of you are coming down with me. Okay. Now, one can say, oh, well, the music industry, right? Or what is he talking about? Okay, well, let's dive into it. So, guys, remember what I was telling you guys about wolves in sheep's clothing? Okay. And about how they constantly nag and bite at your ankles and shit to constantly just drag you along with them. It's almost like the Windows 11 bullshit going on, okay? They constantly nag you over and over and over again to download Windows 11 until you finally just give up and do it because it's so annoying. They have these ads plastered all over the place for it, okay? These wolves, they want to constantly bite at you until you submit, until you give in. So you notice how you seeing all those ads on Windows 11. It's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. All right, I'll update. Okay? That's something on a smaller scale that you can look at and apply to this situation. Okay? Now, let's analyze if act goes down, all of you are coming down with me. Because that's what he said. Okay? Not that's what the guy said. You can go on the live stream, watch it. Okay? And here's the thing. Going down where? Okay? Where is he going down to? Okay? And why in the actual fuck is the guy talking when he said himself, his $1 billion lawyers said not, I repeat, not to talk. Okay? Now, let me tell you let me tell you guys something, okay? You'll also see last year, around maybe November, December, okay? Guys over here sitting in a chair talking about some, as a black man, Homie, Skillet, Biscuit, let's stop right there, okay? If at any point that you get accused of something like that and your response is bringing up the fucking color of your vessel, dude, you need to take a reality check, man. Because, check it out. Being a black man, being a white man, being fucking purple, or waking up one day and deciding you want to color your skin indigo, okay? Doesn't fucking matter what color it is. These guys over here using the color of your skin to perpetuate evil, okay? What the hell does being a black man have to do with running away from the fact that there's a young lady that was abused and being lied on, okay? That doesn't have anything to do with it. And this is the shit that I'm talking about here, guys, because I'm going to tell you something. The homie Gene Deal is gone through the same shit. Because in his own words, now Gene Deal, if you guys don't know who Gene Deal is, he's a former bodyguard of P. Diddy. Okay, watch his stuff. Excellent dude. Speaking the truth there, man. I mean, he's not afraid to come out and talk about what he experienced, all right? And here's the thing. Even he himself, guys, he himself has gotten responses of him telling his P. Diddy story. Been telling this shit for years before this shit even came to the point where it is now. Okay, let's put that out there. Same with Jaguar Wright. She's been telling the same thing. Okay, these guys that you point at and talk about they crazy. No, they're not crazy. Okay, but check it out here. Gene Deal said that some of the arguments that he gets pushback from speaking out on Diddy, and some of the responses that he gets is he is trying to keep a black man down. Okay, now where in the fuck are you getting that from? Okay, what does the dude having to tell his story and having to do with what P. Diddy did having to do with keeping a black man down? Okay, listen. You guys go on the fucking internet and look up the video today. The guy is in his towel hitting on Cassie, okay? And let me tell you something. How the fuck is that keeping a black man held down? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, guys. So if your response to hearing Gene Deal's story talking about some keeping a black man held down, no, okay? Because that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, alright? It don't fucking matter if you indigo, if you do evil and if you fuck somebody over, that's not the right way to go about doing it, okay? This is the problem that's been pushed and perpetuated, man. You just listen to the interview yourself, man, and catch those things that you'll hear that get brought up in that scramble splaining, okay? And then also, let's get back to the if act goes down, all of you coming down with me. So, right now, guys, if you're noticing these big guys in the music industry, they're scrambling all over the place. You know, they're scrambling because they know that there's no way out of this, okay? Now, we still didn't answer the question. Well, why is Akademiks talking when he was told by his billion-dollar lawyers, best lawyers in the house, and in the world, all right? It told him not to talk. Now, why? Why is he still talking? Well, I'm going to tell you something, guys. And why you're hearing all the scramble splaining is because divine judgment is in order, okay? There is no running from divine judgment, okay? Notice what he said, billion-dollar lawyers, but there's going to be no man that's going to get him out of the situation that he done got himself into and used his own free will to get himself into, okay? This is why you got the Meek Mills over there being wild and crazy, because they know, guys. Dude, let me tell you something. Ain't no lawyers don't have any power over Heavenly Father, okay? I mean, what, are you shitting me right now? Dude, lawyers don't, I'm just being honest with you guys, okay? And if you look at it from an outside perspective, that's the conclusion that I came by hearing that. Because if you think about it, what did I say in my previous videos? these wolves are trying to drag you along down with them. Look up Lil Nas X and Lil Nas X The Agenda, okay? And not to call out any names, but I'm just telling you guys to just look, okay? It's got nothing to do with coming at nobody's homosexuality. It's got nothing to do with coming at nobody's race. Nothing of the sort, man. That's all that bullshit they've thrown at us that getting away from asking the tough questions. That's why they got black against blacks and shit over here talking about some, I'm a black man and that gives me the right to sit there and go ahead and do all this heinous ass shit. Dude, no, man. Stop using that as an excuse. Because that's not an excuse to perpetuate any evil in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Period. It doesn't give you an excuse. Okay? If you're transgender, there's no excuse for you to be going and doing evil shit. Okay? There's no, guys, sexuality, race, all that shit does not matter, okay? It doesn't matter. We live our best lives, do what we want to do in the ways that we want to express ourselves, to love ourselves and make ourselves happy. But check it out, Samael doesn't want to see that. He don't want to see nobody happy. The devil doesn't want to see nobody happy. The devil wants people to be coming at people that are homosexual. The devil wants people to be, going over there and perpetuating racism. The devil wants you to be, running over there, running these hate campaigns against transgender people, okay? It's all about perpetuating hatred and pushing that, being like, oh, fuck you, you're doing something that I think is wrong and that I've been conditioned to think is wrong. And you're saying, oh, that person is just a bad person, okay? No, guys. This is the shit that they've been brainwashing everybody with this whole time. If we stop and ask these hard questions, that's where we're going to start getting some answers, okay? And you'll start realizing that some of this shit that we've been told for like 30 plus years, ever since, it goes back farther than 1970s, okay? But you'll find that, you'll find that the FDA, ever since the 1970s, has been lying to us about nicotine, okay? They've been lying to us about basic shit it's been in our face this whole time. And they've conditioned us to have these reactions that there's no way that could be possible. Like, what if I told you guys that nicotine is not an addictive chemical? What if I told you that? Now, your first response is going to be, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't have any knowledge on that. He's a conspiracy theorist. He's a nut job. But what's wrong with asking the question? Why don't you ask it? Why don't you look it up? Look it up. Go and do some deep digging and look into what nicotine is. You'll find that it's in tomatoes. I can guarantee you that. You'll find that it's in some very interesting things that you haven't thought of, okay? And this is where research leads. And it all leads, what it all points to is Father putting these beautiful plants, these fruits and everything that you can grow from plants, these miracle plants that are directly from Heavenly Father himself, that he put on this planet. And what you got going on here is you have man interfering and inputting their own bullshit along with it. So marijuana, for instance, guys, that's a plant. Guys, marijuana, that's a herbal plant. I mean, and I completely understand, you don't want to be around anybody that smoke weed or anything like that. I completely understand. Hey, before I elevated, further my knowledge, I was under that same mindset. I didn't want to be around people that smoked marijuana because guess what? That was the agenda that they wanted everybody to believe, okay? They wanted you to believe that smoking marijuana was this evil, devilish thing when they got fucking doctors over here prescribing opioids to patients every fucking day. And the opioids cause more side effects than fucking marijuana. I mean, you know what I'm saying, guys? I mean, it's more detrimental for you than marijuana. Opioids. They're doing this shit the whole time. The medical industry. They're basically injecting this death in us over time, guys. And it's the same thing. I mean, ultimately what I'm saying here, guys, is just spark the brain and do some looking and do some research, guys. I hope you guys enjoy my videos. I know the truth is hard to hear sometimes, and you know, it's very hard to hear sometimes. I understand. I get it, man. But what I'm telling you guys is that there is hope. Okay, and what I'm saying is that we need to look towards our Heavenly Father. Okay, call on Him, because that's going to be our salvation. Okay, that's going to be where we can start being guided to get these answers that we are seeking, because if you seek the truth, ye shall, I said it earlier, ye shall receive. Okay, so just remember that, guys. I'm not pushing nothing on you. I'm not pushing no religion on you. Okay, that I want to make that very clear. I'm not pushing any religion. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you something. Religion has been one of the biggest. Oh man, it's an infestation. Okay, it's it's boggling people's minds and keeping people away from Father. Okay, it really is. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. You may not. It may be a shock to hear that, but I'm just telling you guys. Take a second look at what you've been told in the church. Okay, you know, if you guys got any kind of like, you know, crusades going against somebody because they're gay or anything like that, guys, no, 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 no. That's just one of the things that we need to stop and start asking these questions. Yo, why are we, pushing this hatred on somebody that just because they having a different sexuality? It's almost like being pissed off at somebody because of the color of their vessel. Okay, why are we doing that? Why is any hatred perpetuated? You know what I mean, guys? So that's all. I'm gonna leave all that. I know I dropped some pretty heavy, long videos, and I know it may be some hard shit to hear. Okay, but I want you to know that I'm not giving this shit to you guys with any kind of ill intent. All right, I'm straight up just telling you guys what I ran into and my experiences, and um, you know, just straight up telling you how it is. Okay, and just keep in mind, guys, what I said about divine judgment. Okay, keep in mind what I said about why you got guys over here talking when their lawyers telling them not to, and all this other kind of shit. I'm just being honest with you guys. Some of this shit that's being exposed is divinely orchestrated. Okay, and I'm just telling you, it's something that guys for you to just keep in mind and keep an open mind and open to the possibility and just look into it, and come to your own conclusions, So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Okay, despite all of this evil in the world, we still rocking and rolling with a smile on our face, and we still trying to push that positivity and elevate another soul. You know what I mean? So if if a soul is elevated and they're assisted by this message, I really do appreciate it, and I wish you the best, wish you well, and wish you the best for you and your family and all your companions or whoever you have around you. Because we need to hold each other tight during this time, and we just need to be that beacon of light. So I love you guys. Okay, from the bottom of my heart, you guys take care. Okay, stay safe, stay healthy. Look into some of these things, guys. I'm just telling you guys, stay healthy. That's all I'm gonna tell you. An urge that stay healthy. Okay. Um, Especially when they got fucking McDonald's and all this other bullshit running rampant, man. One can easily fucking buy cheeseburgers all day and think that they're good and shit. So I'm just telling you guys, look from a different perspective. So I love y'all, and you guys take care, and keep on seeking the truth here at Truth Seeker Nation. And thank you guys for taking the time to listen to me. You guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys, and take care. Peace.